Vikings running back Adrian Peterson wants to be reinstated immediately. His suspension calls for him to apply for reinstatement no earlier than April 15th. So today's hearing was his next, potentially last step towards making that happen. U.S. District Court Judge David Doty heard 30-minute arguments from both sides. The union wants Peterson reinstated immediately to protect his position with the team before free agency starts. The NFL contends an arbitrator, not a federal judge, should have the final say. Here's Peterson after.
I want to say I really appreciate everyone coming out, showing support. I feel like I got a fair hearing today, and I just really appreciate all the support from my fans, and it feels good to be in Minnesota. I don't know. I feel like I got a fair hearing today. Both parties had good arguments, so we'll see.
You want to stay with the Vikings?
Of course.
Our front office insider, Mark Dominic, is with us now. So if you're the Minnesota Vikings, you want what in this situation?
Well, here's the interesting thing on this one. If Adrian Peterson is reinstated April 15th, they'll have the entire month now to look at free agency, knowing they still have him on the roster. So they can go into free agency and say, okay, we really like C.J. Spiller, or we really like DeMarco Murray, and we can sign him knowing they still have Adrian Peterson. Maybe they miss out on all of them. They still have this as a backup. So it's a unique situation for the Minnesota Vikings, and I think they'd rather see it full on.
So they don't want to see him get his way right now in terms of what he wants. What about Adrian Peterson? Is it as simple as the opposite scenario you just described?
It actually is. The sooner he can get reinstated, the better off for Adrian Peterson. Number one, he's going to know his fate for the Minnesota Vikings, whether or not he's playing under the current contract. And number two, if he can get there before free agency starts, he gets to follow the money. And the money's big at the beginning, as we all know. So it's a big deal for Adrian Peterson to hopefully get reinstated before that March 10th deadline.
You think he'll end up in Minnesota next season?
I personally do not think so. I think it's been too severe, and I think it's too divided for him to be there. I think Adrian